I'm reading from my new and selected poems from Bloodaxe. It's called Liquid Flesh. This is Dancing in My Room Alone. I could be an eel in world still waters, the semiotic blue of trick quicksand, meaningless and true. In my room, ordinary yellow objects like lapel labels and plates smile like similes. Caressed like air in movies, the texture of froth. I need sugar, need it like a right. So sugar is given, a river of high minutes rising to a horizon. Only ever seeing my double eyes. I'm so really, truly enough that I should save myself for later. Later, don't come now. Don't turn me back into that 7th grader in a human ring around the gym, certain I'm not in the circle. Now, I'm slinging room darkness to sun, swelling hips incredibly undone, my blind blood singing qua, a qua, intoxicated with this song's cologne, a silk ribbon of paint driven through nature. Fun, who knew? Spinning with nothing as earth does, I flew more than I could lose. Oh, God of ether, God of vapor, I could use one of either of you. Take me as a swan would, take me, wing me up and make me dance, impaled on a hooked prick of cyclone. Sightless, wind my limbs, digits clutching feathers around you and disappear. I won't fall. I know how to do it now. I broke the window with God's ball. I'm smoothly used and honeyed, self-twinned, fearless, a wineskin emptying into a singing stranger. And this poem is called Head-Handed. Head-Handed. Stop belonging to me so much, facehead. Leave me to my child and my flowers. I can't run with you hanging on to me like that. It's like having 10 dogs on a single lead and no talent for creatures. No hands, no trees. Not my dogs, nobody's. Don't you have a place to go, facehead? Deep into the basement of another life? To kill some time, I mean, that furnace light could take a shine to you. There are always places, none of them mine, and always time. Rainbow sugar show of jimmies falling from ice cream's sky. But that stuff's extra. It's never in supply. Never, however, acres of it. Violet beans and sarcasm, too many flavors of it. All those prodigal particles, flimsily whimsical miracles, and embarrassment of glitches. The chorus, just more us. But nowhere, bare and slippery, have I got a prayer. If I had 2 hands to rub together, I wouldn't waste the air. Miracles. I spent the whole day crying and writing until they became the same, as when the planet covers the sun with all its might and still I can see it, or when one dead body gives its heart to a name on a list, a match, a light, sailing a signal flare behind me for another to find. A scratch on the page is a supernatural act. One twisting fire out of water, blood out of stone. We can read us. We are not alone. Big Game, after Richard Brautigan's A Candle Lion poem. What began as wildfire ends up on a candle wick. In reverse, it is contained. A lion head in a hunter's den. Big game. Bigger than one I played with matches and twigs and glass in the shade. When I was young, there was no sun, and I was afraid. Now, in grownhood, I call the ghost to my fragile table, my fleshy supper, my tiny flame. Not just any old, but the ghost, the last one I will be, the future me, finally the sharpest knife in the drawer. The pride is proud. The crowd is loud. Like garbage dumping, or how a brown bag ripping sounds like a shout that tells the town the house is burning down. Drowns out some small folded breath of other life. Oh, that of a lioness licking her cubs to sleep in a dream of savage gold. Oh, that roaring, not yet, and not yet dead. So many fires start in my head. Identity and community, or there is no I in C. I don't want to be surrounded by people, or even one person, but I don't want to always be alone. The answer is to become my own pet, hungry for plenty in a plentiful place. There is no true solitude, only. At seaside, I have that familiar sense of being left out, too far to glean the secret. How go in? What an inhuman surface the sea has, always open. I'm too afraid to go in. I give no yes. Full of shame, but refuse to litter ever. I pick myself up. Wind has power. Sun has power. What is power's source? There's no privacy outside. We've invaded it. There's no life outside empire. All paradise is performance for people who pay. Perhaps I'm an invader and feel I haven't paid. What a waste to have lost everything in mind. Watching 3 mom-like women try to go in, I'm green. I want to join them, but they're not my women. I join them, apologizing. They splash away from me. They're their pod. People are alien. I'm an unknown story, erasing myself with seawater. There goes my honey and fog, my shoulders and legs. What could be queerer than this queer tug-lust for what already is, who already am, but other of it? Happens? That kind of desire anymore? Oh, I am that queer thing pulling and greener than the blue sea. I'm new with envy, beauty washing over itself, no reflection, no claim, nothing to see. If there's anything bluer than the ocean, it's its greenness. It's turquoise blood mixing me. I was a woman alone in the sea. Don't tell anybody, I tell myself. Don't try to remember this. Don't document it. Remember, write down to not document it. And the last poem I'll read from Liquid Flesh is Blueberries for Cal. Watching little Henry, 6, scoop up blueberries and shove them into his mouth, possessed. I'm so glad I brought blueberries. Wish my kids would eat them. Cal can't. Simone won't. Henry's sisters, Lucy and Jane, took turns feeding each other goldfish crackers and sips of juice, arms around each other's neck and back. Tiny things. I wish my daughter had a sister like that, and my son a nervous system that let him walk and munch berries. Sometimes I can't bear all the things Cal doesn't get to do. I want to curse everything I can't give him. Admire, compare, despair. That's not the most real feeling I'm feeling, is it? I feel joy in Henry's joy. Blueberries for the child who wants them. There's all this energetic sweetness, enough to go around, to give and taste and trust, more than enough. For Cal, too. I want to remember this. My children seem to subsist on music and frosting. Where there's frosting, there's cake. Where there's music, someone chose to make a song over all other things on this earth. Thank you.